Now, I want to get to some of the wacky world of global environmental activism and politics, and let's share with you a little snippet to start off with Greta Thunberg. She made her way across the US from New York across to Los Angeles. She caught up with Ellen DeGeneres. Here's some of that interview.
Do you ever think about, would you sit down with him to try to help him understand climate change?
I don't understand why I would do that. I don't see what I could tell him that he hasn't already heard.
Yeah.
And I just think it would be a waste of time, really. I have stopped flying, and I have gone vegan. I have a shop stop. It means you don't buy new things unless you absolutely have to. And just things like that, but especially I'm trying to communicate what is happening and try to put pressure on people in power.
How do you even understand what's going on here, Anna? She looks like she could do with a good ham sandwich, in my view. But how do you understand? She's saying she wouldn't speak with Donald Trump because what's the point? Well, yeah, what would be the point of Donald Trump listening to her? She's not going to learn anything from her. And Ellen DeGeneres at the start of that interview sort of says, thank you, Greta, for all that you're doing.
I really like Ellen, and I'm an Ellen fan. I will admit.
I thought you might be.
I will admit to it.
She comes across as a very engaging talk show host, but she's idiotic.
Very fangirly.
Yeah.
With young Greta. Actually, the very interesting thing though is that when Greta was going, Greta, her first name, right? When Greta was going from New York to LA, she actually stopped in my home state of South Dakota and had a protest there, but no one in South Dakota had ever heard of her before.
Yeah, good.
And so she was protesting a pipeline that goes 4 miles away from my mom's house. I didn't know the pipeline was there. No one cares. And I talked to my friends about it, and they're like, "Oh, is that girl, that climate change girl? Was she here?"
Was she here?
So that brought a lot of things into perspective for me, which was maybe, once again, this is a type of a bubble situation. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't talk to Donald Trump either if I were her. And he wouldn't talk to her.
She would love to.
Why would anyone?
Didn't you see the shots when she was so miffed he walked past her at the United Nations?
I did see that.
Honestly. I just don't think Donald Trump should talk to a 16-year-old girl who's sprouting nonsense about the planet and the climate. But Leonardo DiCaprio, he met with her. Look at this. They got together. This is a movie star who flies around the world on private jets, Rebecca, and he found some time to spend with Greta, and the two of them apparently have solved the planet's problems.
Well, I certainly hope so, and I certainly hope this means that Leonardo DiCaprio will never fly in any jet ever again. He'll be travelling by sailing boat or by camel or back or whatever it might be, but I find that highly unlikely. What I really would have liked to have seen is Leonardo admit, well, Greta, you know, I'm going to keep flying my jet because, you know, I'm rich and famous. It's for you little people down there to make the sacrifices. And then I'd like to see Greta say, how dare you, you have stolen my childhood. I don't think it's going to happen, but I can dream.
You can dream. I'd like both of them to say they really got no idea what they're talking about. They're just running these scary lines that are handed to them, which is basically good. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, as we all know, can deliver a good line pretty well.